the third Austin Powers movie, Goldmember.
Ooh, the best one.
Do you remember that scene where they're swinging down the asteroid on like the string?
Release the meteor!
And it hits Dr. Evil squarely in the nuts.
Classic physical comedy. And then he reaches down to check on him.
And he's like, all right, one, two, and three. Okay, we're good.
Incredible joke. I mean, that makes the audience go wild.
I know. I did not know why it was funny.
Oh?
Because I would also have 3 balls.
Incredible.
I thought it was just a man counting his normal number of testicles.
This is normal for me. I'm also a medical anomaly. I guess you learned sometime later that this wasn't true.
I quickly...
You looked at medical textbooks and you were like, these guys they're missing something down here. Why are they only drawing with 2?
Yeah, they should put under all the pictures of like balls in like sex ed, little asterisks like, this is 2 balls. Count them, 1, 2. If you have any more or any less, like, please come up to the front desk.
Yeah, please come up so that we can count them in front of your classmates.
Raise your hand.
Anybody here look a little bit different? Let's take a look right now.
Yeah.
Now you hit it well. We didn't know about this.
I was pretty good at hiding it.
But
there was one person who sniffed it out.
Our aunt.
Yeah. She was our pediatrician, although I think at this time we were not pedias.
Yeah, we're too old to be. It was like the very last visit.
I was 13. I think you were probably 15 at this time.
I remember she did our physical and then she sat me up on the bench and she was like, okay, I'm just going to check one last thing. And then just like a water moccasin, like a dart, she just like swooped in really quickly with her hand, like into my pants, like squeezed and then popped back out before I could even realize what was going on. And I was like sitting there like stunned, like I didn't even know what had happened. And then she did you.
Yeah, I remember I hopped up onto the table with all the butcher paper and she pulls down my pants and starts like juggling my balls like a circus freak.
She David Bowie twirled them around.
She was definitely, there was something peculiar about them.
Oh no.
And I think while you were counting tongue depressors.
This is when I stuck my fingers in my ears and I was like, la, 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 I don't want to know what's happening right now.
She called over Dad and was like, all right, so we've got, this one's pretty normal, pretty good. This one's all right. But then we've got this one over here.
Was this the first time you'd ever realized that you might have too many?
I really hoped that this was normal, that no one was going to like...
Oh, you just thought there were humans, different types of humans, ones with 2 and ones with 3, and you're just the ones with 3.
I mean, I've seen some people with only 1 leg. Like, certainly 3 balls is...
Why can't a man have 3 balls? That's normal.
That's certainly in the deck of cards.
Sometimes you have 3 jokers in a set of cards.
Yeah, sometimes there's a misprint.
You had a groin misprint.
Yeah, and so... you know, we go to the urologist and it's me and Dad, you know, and he's like obviously aware that I am kind of nervous. And so he's like, all right, you don't have to worry. You know, I've been through something like this before. Not too long ago, I had a vasectomy.
Oh, you're bonding over ball surgery. This is a King of the Hill moment.
This is the absolute last thing that I want to, you know, bond over my dad with is like our balls.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, if you came from his balls, dude, you know, you have a connection here.
I mean, from dust to dust.
Mm-hmm. It was back when you were just a little swimmer in his eye. Okay, so what does the urologist do?
He's sitting in his little swivel stool and like pulls out my balls and like shines the flashlight through them.
So he could see through it like eggs in an incubator.
Yeah, I don't know what he was expecting to find, like a little like chicken or something.
No, dude, it was like an Evangelion when they see the atom in the hand. It's like there's an angel in there. It's a life form.
He's like, I don't know. We gotta call in somebody else.
Yeah.
So we go to another room. And they're like, oh, do you want your dad in this room with you? And I'm like, kinda. And Dad's like, Please say no.
He said that. He was like, I can't be. This is too embarrassing for me, son. Oh my God. Like, yeah. He's just actually Hank Hill.
Good Lord, put on some pants.
I'm laying down on the bed and a nurse is like applying this goo and like dad is in the corner just face deep in like a magazine of like National Geographic's like, oh wow, the kerning on this text is really good.
Can you believe the new F-150 won't come standard with 4-wheel drive?
I know.
Oh God, they're going to move to flex fuel after this? Oh my God.
Yeah, so they were trying to determine whether or not it was cancer, but they weren't able to determine if it wasn't a cyst.
What are you hoping for at this point? Do you want 3 balls or do you want 2 balls and a cyst?
I'm hoping for it to be over. But I think I knew internally that it was like a testicle.
I mean, you've been counting them all your life, dude. You know.
As like a toddler, I was just like, this is my marble sack. I got 3 marbles.
Is this why you're obsessed with like rocks in pouches?
Maybe. It's just internal. But yeah, so after that, I had to go to another doctor appointment, and I had to have surgery.
Oh, surgery. And what did they do?
They cut open my ball sack and pull out my balls and just splay them on my thigh. And I guess somewhere in some medical journal, there's a picture
they
of
took
like
a picture of it?
My balls just like hanging out.
Did you see it?
No. They didn't give it to me.
Have you ever tried to like file an application to get this journal? Like,
yeah, like a FOIA request.
Dude, do a FOIA request on your balls.
They are my balls.
Okay, so did they take it out and like, how do you determine which one is the third one? Which one has to go?
I guess they determined that it was not a cyst. It was not cancer. It was just another testicle, which I probably could have
confirmed.
Told them anyway.
You knew.
I knew.
You knew.
So they just had to shove them back in,
like tennis balls going back into a tube.
Yeah, like when you're I don't know, trying to shove your clothes into the drawer. They just
squeeze them down.
Yeah, squeeze them all back in there.
You fold them up nice and tight; they'll fit.
Yeah, and they sewed up and sent me home in a wheelchair.
All 3 intact.
All 3 intact. Wow. And then I spent the next 3 days sleeping on the couch, begging mom to give me some more painkillers. But she was like, oh no, you're only supposed to take 1 every 6 hours. And I was like, I'll kick you in the balls and see if you want to get a painkiller.
I'm going to use the clip from King of the Hill where Peggy is like,
I believe you will find that I have no testicles.
That's pretty good.
So I had no idea that any of this had happened. I kind of just put it out of my mind. It wasn't something we talked about at the dinner table. So what happened? Did the kids at school ever find out?
When I went back to school and I didn't have to do anything in PE, people kept like pestering me like, what did you do? What did you do? And I had surgery and they're like, we don't see anything.
You don't see anything.
I was like, it's kind of here. And they just like, you had your balls removed. That's what the surgery was for. And so
they just went right for that. You're not a man anymore, Brian. You had your balls. We know this as 12-year-olds. But that rumor died pretty fast because that never got
died
to me.
Pretty quickly. I didn't really stoke that flame.
But did it ever come back?
The summer before my junior year, I was in band camp and like 3 of my friends like run up to me and they're like, Brian, is it true you have 3 balls?
Oh, the rumor recirculated.
It was like 4 years and I hadn't heard anything of this. And somehow it got out. And to this day, there was an outbreak. I don't know. Like
the rumor mutated. It was a second wave.
Yeah, it was the second wave. And
it was an info hazard. They got it. Their minds got infected with the idea.
Yeah, it was the ball mind virus. And it was the perfect time because ball humor is at its peak.
They had just listened to the AC/DC song about big balls. They need more.
Everybody was like, show us your balls. Show us your balls.
Now, you didn't want to show people yet. You were still a little timid, right?
We went on a trip to Disney World. And I remember bringing like a combination lock to lock my jeans because I was like, afraid that people were going to like pull my pants off in the middle of the night.
You have a little lock like connecting your zipper to your button because you're afraid you're going to get pants.
I was like, I know that they're not going to pull my pants off, but I'm not going to give them the opportunity.
Keep it under ball and chain.
Eventually, I was invited to a party, and everybody just broke me down and like coerced me.
Show us.
So I went into the bathroom with one of my friends' flip razor phone.
Oh, not even your own phone.
Pulled them out, splayed them out, all nice, so you could definitively see each one.
You could see the creases.
I had the shaft like tucked down behind and pulled the balls out front. So just all the just the balls,
just a ball
were hanging.
Just a boudoir of balls.
Yeah, just went back and they all like crowded around the phone.
They could see them.
He's not lying. There's 3.
But let me guess. The next day,
everyone had a picture of my balls on their phone.
Did you not think to erase it, or we didn't consider these types of things?
It had never happened before. I had never.
No one's nudes had ever gone viral yet.
I was probably like the first person in the school where it had their nudes leaked to the entire high school.
But you're famous now, though.
In random classes with people that I've never talked to, they're like, "Bro, you have 3 balls." Then they'd show me their phone. There's a picture of my balls on their phone.
You went viral.
I went viral.
You're a spherical sensation.
So one of my friends, Patrick, showed Herr Peslock a picture.
He showed a teacher?
He showed our German teacher a picture.
Oh my God.
Showed the German teacher a picture of my balls.
Oh my.
And
he's going to get swatted.
He looked at it so long that the screen went black. And he was like, wait. Bring that back up again.
Oh my God. Get on the ground. This is wild, Brian. Now, I was not privy to a lot of this information, but, people were coming up to me too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Before this, like I had spent a long time curating my tiny identity. I was like, I'm like the kid who's good at drawing. I like System of a Down. I play video games. But the second this image went viral, my identity ceased to be. I was no longer Brent. I was just the brother of the guy with 3 balls, and everybody wanted to know if it was true.
So people were coming up to you?
Yeah, I experienced like ego death.
So I was always the younger brother.
Now it's your time to
Yeah,
shine.
now I have become the main brother.
The main brother. Some brothers eat each other in the womb. You just outballed me.
I outballed you. Had all the balls.
Now, did you always keep it tucked away hidden, or did anyone ever get to,
so
see?
Everyone was like begging, like, the picture's not good enough. You have to show us in person. And I was like, I'm not gonna. You got the picture. Like everybody has the picture.
You couldn't get it.
It's like, no, we have to see them for real. All right, we'll go to the instrument locker room. There's nobody in there. And as we're like walking through the courtyard, there's like a group of guys, like 3-4 guys following me, and like meerkats, like standing up looking. Like more and more guys just start like joining the crowd.
You had a cult following.
People are clamoring up over the lockers to get like vantage points. There's like a whole crowd of just dudes. And I keep the dick in the pants, just pull the balls out.
How'd you keep wait, how'd you keep the dick in the pants? Is your dick on the bottom?
No, I push the dick to the side and then pull the balls out. Like,
oh, you kind of like eggs over easy it.
Yeah, and just like playing cards, just like flip them out.
Flip them out.
And everyone's
flip
like,
it out.
What? Oh my God. Everybody's like going bananas.
They're going coconuts. Now, was this a huge hit at high school parties?
Every party I went to in high school, I would have to pull out my balls.
Now, how were you treated? Like, was this just like you're a hero for doing this? Are you a freak show? Like, what's do your classmates respect you?
I think before this, I was very much invisible to the rest of my class, but after this, everyone was kind of talking to me, wanting to ask me questions.
Oh, you're popular now, dude. You're popular and interesting.
You know, they're always asking like the same questions, like, "Oh, do you jizz more?" or "Oh, like."
Well, I guess you wouldn't know though, because you can't compare it to anyone else's jizz. They're gonna have to jizz for you and then show you. Now, it seems like you're fairly popular with the gentlemen. They all think you're a hero for having 3. But what about the ladies? Did this do anything for you in the lady department?
There were definitely a few women who were a little interested, more as like a morbid curiosity. It definitely didn't get me any dates. I think some women were like, I don't want to be known as like the girl who like dated the guy with 3 balls.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like if there was like a weird issue where a girl had 3 boobs, you think all the guys would be over that.
I know.
Or it's like, oh, she has 2 vaginas, man. Now, this was a big deal among the band kids, I remember.
So, band camp during the summer, we would do our marching set.
Those are things that are crazy. How do people remember where they stand?
Yeah. So we get a sheet of paper, which is like 120 different points on the field.
Wow.
How we would mark them, and this was brilliant, was they gave all the seniors spray paint cans.
Oh, you could mark your position.
Yeah. So we would mark little dots for all 120 of our sets.
Something tells me, giving spray paint to a teenager, you didn't put a little dot. What did you do?
So in order to make my dot look a little different, I started putting penises with 3 balls.
Ah, the kids started calling that symbol the Triforce.
I know. It's like my bat symbol.
You're bad calling. They're gonna spotlight this in the middle of the sky, and you're gonna come and save situations that can only be saved by having 3 balls.
There's something like 80 penises with 3 balls, like spray painted all over the senior
On
parking
the
lot.
blacktop.
Yeah. Eventually, Mr. Arnott finds out and, puts all the penises together and figures out that I'm
into a big penis conspiracy board. There's like white yarn connecting the tips.
Yeah.
In like an ever so like ropey, like drippy.
He's put all the pieces together and he's figured out.
He's spraying ideas at the wall.
He's just seeing what sticks.
That's a sticky situation.
And so he calls me into the office and he's like, Brian, is there a reason why of all the penises that are on the blacktop and all the kids that are marching, you're the one who's stepping on all of them?
Just you reverse engineered.
He's like a film noir detective.
Yeah, he's sitting there with the Venetian blind shadows on his face. He knows he's the dick detective. Dude, that's why they call him Private Dicks, you know.
And I just have to look him in the eye and I'm like, there comes a time in a young man's life when he just has to draw a bunch of penises.
I love that. And this is pre-Superbad too, so you weren't even imitating the movie. This was an original thought.
Yeah, I was the first.
So did you get in trouble or like what happened with this?
Well, you know what happened? They demolished parts of the school. Everyone moved to Sam Champion.
Oh my God, you were saved by the construction company.
Literally nothing happened.
Oh.
I got off scot-free for spray painting.
It was very ballsy of you, and then you bounced away freely. So tell me about the final incident on the stage at the band prom.
So because we're the seniors, we would go up and we'd have a little speech and we'd bequeath something to the freshmen or sophomores. And
you had a gift for them.
I had a gift. I was hiding it secretly behind my back.
One hand behind the back with a little smirk on your face.
Like, fingers crossed.
What is it?
And so I was like, all right, to my 3 friends, I bequeathed them, and I hold up really high what I had crafted was a felt bag filled with 3 tennis balls. And I was like, I bequeath the Triforce.
Oh, did they all clamor for it like brides at a wedding, like trying to catch the flowers?
We're like dogs like ripping at a new toy. And like the balls come like...
No, the fresh stitches!
Flying
the balls are popping out.
They're like bouncing around the tables.
Did it remind you of your surgery?
Yeah.
They wanted those balls, dude. They wanted the power of the Triforce.
I know.
Was the band and the Mr. Arnott shocked when they saw this crafted object come out from behind
There was like
you.
a gasp.
People are like leaning over, they're whispering, he has 3 balls. Can you believe that he's medical?
I think at this point it had been revealed what the Triforce might be.
And you think Mr. Arnott knew too?
Early on in the year, he might have questioned why all the penises had 3 balls. But I think at this point, it might have solidified in his mind. The final puzzle piece has been revealed.
The final marble has fallen into the sack of knowledge. So here's one final question. In addition to the Triforce, they also called you the Snowman. Why was that?
How I would describe it was, I would say that it looked like a snowman toppled over inside a dodgeball sack.
What an image. What an image, ladies and gentlemen.